YouTube, what's up? Well, that's a great way to start a video. Oh my goodness. It's just fucking crazy. So we're gonna start from the beginning. I was born with big boobs. And when I say that, I don't mean like I was like a baby with boobs. No. I mean like this is freaking hereditary, okay? My mom, her boobs are ginormous. Everybody on my dad's side has ginormous boobs, so it was destined for me to have these. I'm grateful for everything that I have. This is one of the things that I question. Why, God? Why did you do this to me? I know I have to deal with it, and I'm gonna deal with it, but why? Why? I mean, yeah, you could have given me like a cleft lip or like some kind of life-threatening disease, and I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful you didn't do that. So I guess this is my curse. 22 years of living, I have come to deal with this situation that we like to call big boobs or oversized or large breasts. Breasts. That word is so weird to me because when I eat chicken and there's like chicken breasts, I always think of boobs. I don't know, whatever, that's just me. It might not be just me, but I just wanted to share that. Anyway, let's get to the video. Yeah? I think that's a great idea. So the whole point of me making this video is to give you guys, the viewers, tips on how to survive or deal with big boobs, life hacks, whatever you want to call it. These are just a few things that I've learned or I've accumulated along the way of having to deal with this issue that I like to call big boobs. Yeah, so number one, you have to know your size in order to fully accommodate to your situation. If you don't truly know your size, you're not ever gonna find a good bra. You're probably always gonna have issues, back problems, skin problems, anything around that, issue. The number one thing I recommend for you to do is go get measured. There are a few different things that I want you to think about when you're going to get measured. Number one, if you're on the double D and smaller side, a good place to go is Victoria's Secret. And the reason I say that is because they measure you differently every time you go. If you have, okay, let me let you know my size, okay? Don't be shocked or anything like that.
I am a 38F.
F as in Frank, F as in family. Yeah, that's my size. Pretty big, but whatever, that's normal for me because they've been here forever. So I am a 38F. It took me like forever to discover my true size because I went to Victoria's Secret and they told me I was a 40 triple D, which is way too small. I started to buy bras that were that size and I was highly disappointed because they were too small simply. So back to my number one tip, get measured. If you are a double D and smaller, go to Victoria's Secret because it will probably be accurate. If you are a double or triple D and larger, do not go to Victoria's Secret because they will lie to you. And it may not be intentional, but they're not equipped to deal with females with boobs bigger than a double D. In my opinion, you can still go there if you want. You're your own person. I'm not like God. You don't have to listen to me, but if you don't want to waste your time, don't go to Victoria's Secret if you're larger than a double D, or if you think you're larger than a double D. If you are, I would recommend you go to Dillard's. That's the number one place because that's actually where I got my true size because I went twice within a 2-month span and it gave me the same size. Dillard's or Torrid or Lane Bryant. They are really good with measurements. The accuracy is much higher than Victoria's Secret if you're over a double D. If you're under a double D, Victoria's Secret is perfect. They have your size. They have everything. Go there. But either way, the number one tip to dealing with big boobs is to know your size. Very crucial. Tip number 2, invest in a good bra or multiple good bras. A lot of us that are in the higher sizes, you're just gonna, bras are typically like extremely expensive. They range from anywhere from like $20 to about $50, and that's all types of stores, online, in store, just in general. And they may be even more than that, but to find a really good bra that fits where you don't have to wear more than one, you're probably going to be paying a good $40. And that's just from experience. If you find something cheaper, please let me know, because I am in need. I'm struggling. Hook a sister up, okay? Let me know. But more than likely, you're going to be paying around $30 to $40 for a really, really good bra that you only have to wear one of them, and it's going to last you for like more than a year, etc. So just buying these cheap little bras, you're going to end up wasting money over time, because they're going to, the wire is going to pop out in a couple of months. The fabric is just going to start to decay or just not work for you. So tip number 2 is invest in good bras, because it will save you money and frustration. I promise. So if you have bigger boobs, you're going to have boob sweat. That's unavoidable. If you found a way to avoid that, like I said, please let me know, because I need to know these things, because I don't know them. I'm struggling just like you are. I'm just letting you know what I already know. So if you know some things that I don't know, let me know, please. Thank you. You will most likely have boob sweat if you have bigger boobs, so that means you need to wash your bras more often than people who have smaller boobs do. So with that being said, say I do laundry like every week. I wash my bras at least every 2 weeks, and I don't wash my bras every time I wash laundry, because they're bras. Like, it's something that you wear constantly. I don't know. It's a bra, okay? So I wash my bras about every 2 weeks. Depending on how many bras you have, because some people only have like 4 good bras, some people have like 60. I only have like, I would say about 8 good, no, not even 8, maybe like 5 good bras, okay? So you're gonna have to wash your bras a little more often than most people do, just because you have boob sweat and you have things that kind of build up in that area, and you need to clean that, because it causes bacteria, skin rashes if you don't. So it's very important to wash your bras a little more often than you feel the need to, because they are dirty. They may not smell right away, but there is stuff and bacteria and residue that get caught in there, especially if you drop food in your bra. Dude, that's food. Like, you need to wash your bra, okay? Wash your bras. When you're washing your bras, I do have another tip that I just recently came upon. My aunt actually introduced this to me. You should not wash your bras with your clothes, because bras, the material is a little bit more sensitive, and they will, I guess, get older, or the fabric may become more fragile or more like rigid over time. So if you can, invest in like a little mesh basket. I wish I had one here, I don't. Or a little mesh bag to put your bras in and wash. It'll keep them from rubbing against other fabrics, and like it'll keep the fabric from coming off. It'll keep the wiring from coming out so soon. So yeah, wash your bras, because all of this stuff that builds up, the sweat, the food, the whatever, the dirt, it'll build up and it'll cause bacteria under your breasts, on them, all of that. Wash your bras. Tip number 3, I believe, or just tip, I'm not gonna name them, they're just tips, whatever. There's 2 types of people I feel like that have big boobs. There are the ones that embrace it, and there are the ones that constantly want to make them look smaller because you don't like attention and things like that. Personally, I'm the one that likes to make my boobs look smaller, because I do not like having big boobs, and I don't like the attention that it draws. A lot of people that don't have big boobs, or people that are looking at you, they assume that you are trying to purposely show off your cleavage or boobs. I don't like that. I know it's all about perspective. You can't really control that. However, you shouldn't have to confine yourself. If you really do like to show off your boobs, do it. You're your own person. Who fucking cares? I don't. You shouldn't either. So show off your boobs. But if you are one of those people that are very self-conscious, or you just don't like the attention, which is how I am, hello, this tip is for you. To make your boobs look a little smaller, there's a few different tips actually. Number 1, button downs are going to be your best friend. This is a tank top. However, as you can see, if I were to wear this without this button down, this would look really stupid. it would just look trashy. You don't want to look like that. And I'm wearing 2 bras, by the way, because I always do. But you don't want to, I mean, unless you just don't care. You know what? You do what you want to do. But to me, I could not wear this out in public like this because, no, that's just not cute. So, therefore, I have invested in many button downs. I mean, you can go to Goodwill, literally, and get like 60 button downs for like $20. It's not even a joke. There's so many and they're cute. This is a really nice pattern. I actually got this one from Goodwill. Now this tank top itself came from Walmart, and I'll get a little bit more in detail about this and specifically this part because it's kind of on topic of the video. But like I said, button downs are going to be one of your best friends if you are one of the ones that, or one of the girls that like to kind of minimize the attention that you get in this area, or you just don't like to feel like you're showing off too much. Definitely invest in some button downs because you can wear any cute tank top that anyone else can wear with a button down and not feel so exposed. It's very like comfortable. Now if it's the summertime, I don't recommend wearing a button down. I live in Colorado right now, so it's not as hot as it is in the South where I'm from. So I can get away with this here, but in the South you probably would like sweat to death. So I don't recommend like making yourself too hot or like trying to kill yourself just to hide your boobs. We'll find another way. But yeah, button downs, gonna be your best friend. Now back to the topic of this actual shirt. Do you see how the ruching right here, or the, I don't know what you want to call that, it's purposely, I feel like, placed in the center. If you have big boobs, you have most likely experienced the problem of the over boobage right here, where it looks like your boobs are kind of popping out of your bra. Even, well, they are, but I mean, even if your bra fits, if you're doing a little bit too much liftage, okay, you can kind of see it. It looks like your boob is coming out of the bra. With these types of shirts, you don't have to worry about that. Like, I have the over boobage right now, but you can't really see it unless I draw attention to it. I got the shirt from Walmart, okay? I would focus more on getting shirts that have any type of ruching, I don't know, or any kind of something here to kind of take away the attention from the actual boob or the cleavage coming out. So that's another tip. Just focus on shirts, or try and get more shirts that have a bit of a something right here that doesn't really draw much attention to your actual cleavage, if that's what you're going for. If you want to show off those titties, girl, show off those titties. And, you know, get you a cleavage bearing shirt that shows everything. But this is for people who typically don't like the attention and want to kind of disguise that. Invest in shirts like this. Alright, next tip. If you struggle from indentation here in your shoulder area, like me, it's not as, well, it only looks that bad right now because of the bra I'm wearing. It's a little thin strap. I have on 2 bras, but the one on the bottom is typically a thin strap. And I don't recommend you wear these, but I really like the support of this bra, so that's why I'm wearing this one. But, yeah. So the next tip is to learn how to deal with this. My tip for anyone that is struggling with shoulder indentations, panty liners. Panty liners. Yeah, any type of panty liner. Get a freaking panty liner, and this is what you do. Open it, duh, because you can't really do anything with it closed. Cut off a little strip. I don't recommend the edge. I mean, it doesn't matter, it's still the same, but it's kind of like not even. So I would cut off the edge and then cut like a decent size, about this, I don't know, it's about an inch and a half. And I would keep the little sticky part, I don't know if you can see that, yeah. Keep the little sticky part on there, don't peel it off, because if you peel it off, it'll stick to your skin or maybe stick to the fabric, so just keep it on there. And then the soft side, I would stick it right under the bra strap here. And then just put your strap over it. And it definitely takes off some of the tension or the pain that you may get from the heavy straps. It feels really comfortable. If you're wearing a shirt like this, you won't see it, so you don't have to worry about that. So yeah, if you are, however, wearing a shirt that may show it, you might want to, I don't really have an alternative for that. You might want to make it a little bit more thin, or just go with a different bra altogether. But yeah, if you struggle from shoulder indentations, especially if you're wearing something that fully covers, you can actually make it a little bit more thicker because it'll be a little bit more comfortable. But for this shirt and this size strap, I recommend about an inch and a half. It'll do you wonders, trust me. Back to the boob sweat, my favorite. Oh, I just love it so much. Yeah, boob sweat. I'm specifically talking about under the boobs. I have very large boobs, okay? And they sag a little bit. If you have large boobs, it's not natural for them to sit up perfectly unless they're fake. That's just hard facts. Like, there is no one on this universe that has boobs over a triple D that sit up perfectly. There's no way. If there is, like I said, please let me know, because I will gladly admit that I am wrong once I discover that. However, until then, if you have boobs over a triple D, they're going to sag, okay? So you're most likely going to have contact with your under boob and your belly or your midsection, and that causes boob sweat. So my number one way to deal with boob sweat as of today is tissue. Okay, there are a couple of different tips, but it all depends on your size. If you have relatively large boobs, the whole deodorant trick may not work. I tried that for a very long time, but my boobs eventually grew more and it no longer worked for me. And the deodorant tip that I'm talking about is you just take deodorant, just like you'd put it under your armpit, you just put it under your boob. And then, it would prevent you from sweating there. However, over time, that did not work for me because they continued to grow and I still sweated in that area. So I started to put tissue under my boobs. And I know that sounds like, what? But who's going to see it? You don't even feel it. You just take literally like 3 squares of tissue, fold them, and just stick it right under there. And you will not sweat. Well, I do not sweat. And you'll be perfectly fine throughout the day. At the end of the day, you just take it, throw it away, shower, whatever. So yeah, my number one tip for boob sweat, if you're over a double D, is tissue. If you're under a double D, you'll get away with deodorant. Just put it under there just like you do your pits, and you won't sweat as much. And I do recommend using a non-scented deodorant for sensitive skin. Even if you don't have sensitive skin, you can cause that skin is it's so fragile and like thin under there. You don't want to use anything that's like super deodorized or perfumed, like a Secret or Degree. You don't want to use things like that. Go for like a Dove, and even if you can't do Dove, just an unscented deodorant, whatever deodorant, because you want your skin to be, or sensitive skin, that's the word. You want to do the sensitive skin deodorant because that skin is really sensitive to everything, and it'll break out and you'll get rashes. And I'm speaking from experience, it's not pretty. And your skin will break, and when you go in the shower to scrub and clean there, putting all of those different scents and deodorized things under there will really make your skin not be able to stand up to any kind of scrubbing. So don't use the heavy scented deodorants. Use something that is unscented and for sensitive skin, and you'll be good to go. If you're double D and under, if you're over double D, you can try it for a little while. I've heard about baby powder. I just don't like how messy baby powder is. I'm pretty sure that works pretty good because it's a dry type of powder and it'll suck up anything. I just don't like the residue that it leaves. I don't like how it gets everywhere. It's not for me. But if that's something you don't really mind, definitely recommend baby powder. With that too, do the unscented, the sensitive skin. Go as natural as possible, because that's really sensitive skin under there, and if it starts to break, that's really painful. And when you go to clean it, it's like, ouch. You just don't even want to go there. I'm telling you, you don't want to go there. That tip, put some deodorant under there if you're double D and under. If you're triple D and over, just use tissue. It'll just stick it under there. You'll be good for the day. Now, depending on how big your boobs are, if they're really, really big, super huge, you might want to do a little bit more tissue. But that's, completely up to you. This is just me telling you what I recommend, so go with that. Alright, ladies, so when you're sleeping, most likely you're going to want to sleep without a bra, okay? You can get away with that if you're flat-chested, or if you're part of the itty bitty titty committee, or if you just have standard boobs. However, I do not recommend sleeping without a bra if your boobs are large, due to that causing more sagging, and the gravity is just there. Gravity trumps everything. So I recommend when you go to sleep, invest in a good sports bra, a good oversized or loose sports bra just to hold them. It doesn't have to be tight. You don't want to go to, that's really uncomfortable. You don't want to have to sleep with, you know, all of that going on. No, I recommend investing in a good sports bra like so. This is the one that I wear. It's from Walmart. It's by the brand Danskin. Let me show you the tag. Danskin. Yeah, it's a 2X or 2XG XXL. This is a pretty good one for me. I also wear this when I work out, but I wear this when I'm working out. I wear it over another bra just because I need the extra support. But when I'm sleeping, I can wear this alone. I do sometimes sleep without a bra because I don't care, and it's like depending on the day I had. But if you're concerned about sagging and like keeping your boobs like firm, I would recommend sleeping with some kind of support, because not sleeping with support will cause them to sag more. And that all depends on your preference. So for me, this is typically what I would sleep in if I don't sleep without a bra. And I'm not going to be a hypocrite and say I don't ever sleep without a bra, because that would be a lie. I often sleep without a bra, but when I feel like I need to, you know, follow my own rules, I will sleep with this, or at least a tank top with one of those little bras on the inside. And they don't always work, but just to have a little support is nice. This is what the back looks like. It's just about 3 hooks. Yeah, this is a pretty nice bra. And I believe it was only like $10, if it was that much. It might have been a little bit cheaper. I don't know, but this is a good bra for working out and sleeping in if you want. The straps are not too thin. Now this part is a little padded, so this is really comfortable to sleep in. And they also have, Walmart has like the ones that are kind of less fancy. They're just plain cotton. I recommend those also because those are really comfortable to sleep in, at least. Yeah, and then also if you want to make your boobs look smaller just on a day-to-day basis, well, I wear 2 bras anyway because I've been doing that since I was like 15. But if you want to make your boobs look a little smaller depending on what you're wearing, like a dress or something that covers this whole area, I would recommend wearing something like this over your normal bra, because it will suck in everything. I mean, like, this thing is amazing. And you don't want to get it too small, you don't want to get it too big. This one is one size smaller than what I would normally wear, just because the support is there and it's not too tight. It's just the band here is a little bit smaller, and it gives me a little bit of a little bit more support. So I went with a size smaller than what I would normally wear, and it's done great for me, especially with working out. You know, when you're doing your cardio, you're jumping. That's one of my biggest fears because of my boobs. But due to things like this, I'm able to do jumping jacks and get down and do, you know, burpees and shit like that. So get you one of them. Next tip. If you do have rashes under your boobs, which I can attest to, it's only my left boob, because my left boob is actually bigger than my right. That's a whole nother story. I don't want to get too much into that. But there is a rash under my left boob. And what I use, if you have any rashes, it's a skin rashes where my bra kind of rubs up against my skin due to sweat and things like that. And that's why I said it's really important to wash your bras, because if you don't, the bacteria and the sweat and things, they will start to, you know, accumulate there, and it makes it bad for your skin. Yeah, so wash your bras. But back to the rashes. If you have come to that stage and you have rashes, a good thing to help that is aloe vera gel. Invest in some aloe vera gel or cocoa butter, or both. Aloe vera gel is a bit more soothing. If it burns, like after you get out of the shower, I scrub everywhere. Like, I'm like a freaking germaphobe, so I scrub everything, even if it, you know, shouldn't be scrubbed. I scrub there and it gets a little irritated. So putting aloe vera gel will definitely soothe it and help the skin heal. Cocoa butter is more long term, like after it heals and you start to get those dark, like after the scars, I guess that's the word. The cocoa butter will help to heal that completely and, you know, take away the scar over time. But first I recommend aloe vera gel because it'll actually help to heal the skin when it's all red and irritated and things like that. And I would show you, but it's kind of too much, so just use your imagination. And most of you probably can attest for that, and you already know what I'm talking about, and you have it, so yeah, you already know. Alright, so I don't have any more tips as of today, but if I ever find any more, I'm definitely going to let you guys know, because I feel like this is a really important topic. A lot of people struggle with self-esteem issues due to boobs. I'm one of them. I am planning on getting a breast reduction in the future, however, that is way far in the future, and I have a few things that I need to do before I get that. That is an extreme surgery. It may not seem like it, but that is like completely life-changing. And so if you're considering that, I do want you to consider like what it would do to your self-esteem when you do get the surgery, whether you're doing it for you or somebody else. If you're ever considering having any type of, life-threatening surgery, which is not extremely life-threatening, but you are going under the knife, I do want you to consider the outcome, and then why you're doing it. Because if you're not doing it for you, then you shouldn't do it, honestly. But if you truly feel like, this would benefit your, not only your physical health, but your mental and emotional health, then I recommend you go for it. You know what I mean? A lot of people have back issues due to large breasts, depending on your actual size. If you're a bit smaller and your body doesn't really support your boob weight, then I definitely recommend you do that if that's what you want to do, because it will help. Now, if you're a little bit bigger and you can actually sustain, the weight from your boobs, you may want to, if you just want a breast reduction just because, I want you to consider like losing weight first or working out, because it's all fat. Some of us, my boobs are really dense, so it's not just fat. So no matter how much I work out, they're still going to be huge because it's hereditary. That's just like my mom. She's really small, but her boobs are still huge. So, that's something that I have to consider. But if you are already small and your boobs are huge and, it's really causing you back or shoulder pain or neck pain, do what you have to do. But don't go and just get the surgery because you feel like that'll solve all of your self-esteem issues, especially if you're overweight. Just getting rid of your boobs, a lot of times it won't even be approved because they do want you to consider working out first, because you may lose a lot of your boob weight or your boob fat from just working out. So if you're struggling with that, try a few different exercises. There's like hella YouTube videos on how to lose boob fat. I'll try and link them below. If I don't, I'm so sorry. That means I forgot or I just couldn't find any. But just thinking right now, I feel like I found at least 2 that I've been able to research on or look at. But yeah, so I really hope this video was helpful to someone, if not anyone. It was definitely helpful to me to sit and talk to you guys about it. So yeah, if you have any questions or if you have any more tips, please put them in the comments, because people are reading those and they can benefit from those. We are not here to belittle each other. If there's something we don't know, we want to educate. We don't want to discourage. We don't want to, like I said, belittle. We want to educate. So if there's anything I left out or anything that you feel like is definitely medically necessary, I'm sorry, I work for an insurance company, or things that you feel like are definitely a need to know, just drop them in the comments. No hate, all love, peace, love, and positivity, like Logic says. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm gonna go do something, I don't know what, but it was fun to sit and talk with you all. So yeah, let me know if there's anything you want me to talk about in the future, because I will do that for you. I'm getting a little bit more in tune with my YouTube nowadays, but like I said in the beginning, this is not my professional career, so don't expect me to be on here every day. Who's to say that it won't be? But that's another story. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you like this video or if you like any other videos on my channel. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye. I'll see you next time. Stay blessed.